Love. What is love? Could it be the greatest mystery of human existence? Why do we feel the need to find love? Is it simply a reproductive drive, or is there something more? We believe there is, but let's break it down. First, let's analyze what science says about love. Parts of the brain activated by physical attraction. 1. Prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and evaluating physical or emotional attractiveness. Helps us process and rationalize our emotions towards someone. 2. Amygdala processes intense emotions such as excitement or attraction. Links attraction with quick emotional responses like enthusiasm or shyness. Third, nucleus accumbens, part of the brain's reward system, activates with dopamine release, providing feelings of pleasure and well-being when near someone attractive. The fourth hypothalamus regulates the release of hormones like oxytocin, linked to attachment, and testosterone, related to sexual desire. Influences physical responses to attraction, such as increased heart rate. 5. Ventral tegmental area, VTA, produces dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Motivates us to seek interaction with the person we're attracted to. 6th, anterior cingulate cortex associated with anticipation and processing romantic emotions. Helps integrate thoughts and feelings toward the desired person. 7. Insular cortex processes physical sensations like butterflies in the stomach. Connects emotions to bodily reactions. 8. Cerebellum involved in coordinating movements, such as physically approaching the person we're attracted to. Key neurotransmitters in love: dopamine generates pleasure and motivation. Oxytocin reinforces attachment and emotional connection. Serotonin influences obsession and constant thoughts about the person. Adrenaline and noradrenaline cause physical arousal, such as increased heart rate and sweating. Why does attraction happen? Is it just chemistry? The sense of smell plays a surprisingly important role in attraction, as it is closely linked to emotions and memory through the brain's limbic system. Here's how smell intervenes when we feel attraction. 1. Pheromones and chemical signals. Pheromones are subtle chemical compounds emitted by the body that can influence attraction. Although their impact on humans is not as clear as in animals, studies suggest certain chemical signals may subconsciously affect romantic or sexual preferences. 2. Genetic compatibility. Smell may subconsciously help us identify partners with a major histocompatibility complex, MHC, complementary to ours. The MHC influences the immune system, and being attracted to someone with a different MHC might ensure offspring with greater genetic diversity and disease resistance. 3. Attraction to natural body odor. Each person has a unique body odor that can either attract or repel others. This odor is influenced by factors such as diet, genetics, and hormones. Perfumes and deodorants can enhance these olfactory signals, making them more appealing. 4. Connection to the limbic system. Smell is directly connected to the limbic system, the area of the brain that regulates emotions and memories. A particular scent can trigger a positive emotional response, such as warmth, attraction, or comfort, associating those feelings with a specific person. 5. Hormones and attraction. During ovulation, women tend to prefer the scent of men with higher testosterone levels, which may be related to subconscious perceptions of fertility and health. Men, on the other hand, are more receptive to the scent of women during their fertile phase, potentially increasing sexual attraction. 6. Perfumes and fragrances. While natural body odor is crucial, perfumes amplify attraction by adding pleasant smells that stimulate brain regions associated with pleasure. Many fragrances are designed to mimic or enhance pheromones, heightening the perception of attraction. How do philosophers understand love? Love in ancient philosophy. 1 Socrates via Plato. In the Symposium, Socrates describes love as a drive toward the divine and absolute beauty. Love begins with physical attraction, but should transcend into an intellectual and spiritual pursuit of truth and goodness. For Socrates, love is eros, an aspiration for perfection and knowledge. 2. Plato distinguishes between physical love, eros, and spiritual love, agape. True love, in his theory of Platonic love, is not based on carnal desire, but on admiration for the soul's beauty and virtue. 3. Aristotle. Aristotle defines love as a type of friendship, philia, based on reciprocity and the desire for the other's good. He identifies 3 types of friendship, those of utility, pleasure, and virtue. The latter is the highest form, where the other's well-being is valued for its own sake. Love in medieval philosophy. 4. Augustine of Hippo. Augustine blends love with Christian theology, distinguishing between divine love, caritas, and earthly love, cupiditas. Divine love is selfless and brings us closer to God, while earthly love can be selfish and lead us away from the sacred if misdirected. 5. Thomas Aquinas. Influenced by Aristotle, Aquinas views love as an act of will seeking the other's good. For him, divine love is the purest, but human love also has value if it reflects divine goodness. Love in modern philosophy. 6. René Descartes. Descartes considers love a combination of thoughts and emotions, describing it as a movement of the soul caused by attraction to something perceived as good or desirable. 7. Immanuel Kant. Kant views love as an ethical principle and moral duty. True love involves respect and treating others as ends in themselves, not as means to an end. Love in contemporary philosophy. 8. Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche views romantic love skeptically, considering it a form of possession or domination. However, he values love as an expression of power and creativity that can elevate the individual. 9. Jean-Paul Sartre. Sartre sees love as an attempt to merge 2 freedoms, inevitably marked by tension and conflict. 10. Simone de Beauvoir. Beauvoir advocates for love as a relationship of equality and mutual respect, rejecting traditional power dynamics. 11th. Erich Fromm. Fromm describes love as an art that must be cultivated. It is an act of giving and caring, based on emotional maturity and commitment. We may not know where love comes from, but we do know that without love, nothing would exist. Love makes us better people, brings happiness, and sometimes sadness and challenges. Yet we cannot live without love. If we had to define it in some way, I'd say love is God. What do you think?